today on Divorce Court.
My husband, Kurt, keeps accusing me of cheating.
I feel like Latrice is cheating on me because she spends more time on her phone than she does with me.
Kurt's drinking is very upsetting. He has a lot of harmful habits that I wish he would change.
We need to communicate better instead of hurting each other with our words.
I really do want to stay with Kurt. I really wish she would stop accusing me of cheating because I've never cheated.
I want to make things better between us and trust me again.
Divorce Court is now in session.
Good day, ladies and gentlemen. I'm here today with Kurt Wood and Latrice Wood. Mr. and Mrs. Wood, you have been together for 9 years, married for 7. You're a truck driver, you're a caregiver, and Mr. Wood, you say your marriage is in trouble because you believe in your heart that Mrs. Wood is cheating on you. Why don't you tell me why you believe that?
Yes, Your Honor. About January, Latrice had received a text message. She was in the shower. I looked at it and said, "Had a good time, are you okay?" And it was one of her coworkers that did that. And then all of a sudden her coworker was a friend on her Facebook too, and he was single. And I asked her about it, and she had panicked and freaked and deleted the whole message and deleted him off of Facebook.
Okay. Is that the only thing that causes you to believe she's cheating, or is that just the most dramatic?
That's the most dramatic, Your Honor.
What other things is she doing that leads you to believe she's unfaithful?
I feel like the affection's gone down, the attention's gone down, and she's been spending a lot more time on her phone.
Mm-hmm. So if you're not getting it, somebody else must be.
Yes.
Is pretty much what you're saying.
Yes, Your Honor.
You're feeling unloved.
Yes.
Mrs. Wood, he's feeling unloved and he feels that your affections are elsewhere. Why don't you tell me your response to that?
I have never cheated on my husband. The text that he saw was not, I don't think it was meant for me because I've never slept with that man.
The employment situation notwithstanding, where's the love, Mrs. Wood?
I feel like I'm always getting accused of cheating, especially when, you know, I'm not even doing anything.
Has that been all along, or is it just when this particular circumstance?
I think it's been all along. I mean, that was just a serious one, but a bigger issue. But it's been all along.
Have you not trusted her all along, Mr. Wood?
Probably, yes, Your Honor.
And why is that?
Because in the past, I've had previous relationships where they have cheated on me, and the insecurity. Mm-hmm. And
yeah.
Just.
You know, when someone cheats on you and you carry that with you, jealousy will set up a funhouse in your head. It's a whole bunch of distorted mirrors, and you're looking through everything through the lens of it's happened before, and this one small thing happened before, and it looks like what happened over here, because your brain is always scanning the territory for harm. And you're looking for what's going to frighten you, and you see anything that would implicate that. Are you hearing me on that one?
Yes,
Yeah.
you are right.
Do you believe she loves you?
Yes, I do.
Okay, Ms. Wood.
Yeah, he even put a tracker on my phone to see where I'm at work.
Mr. Wood, did you do that?
Yes, yes, Your Honor.
And did you find that she was going places she didn't need to be?
No.
Yeah. Did it calm you when you found that she wasn't doing anything that you could track?
Yes.
It did calm you?
Yes.
But it didn't completely cure you?
No.
What do you think she could do that would cure you?
I mean, the affection and the attention and that, I feel it needs to be a little more, but I don't think it's her. I think it's me, Your Honor.
Why do you think it's you?
Because of the life that I've led. I mean, the life, you know, I've got a lot of stuff in the past and issues.
Right. So it's hard to love you past all the stuff that you're doing, that you're thinking.
Yes.
Because you're thinking that, and she can't love. Well, Mr. Wood, let me tell you this. You're very self-aware. I don't get that in here very often. And I appreciate the fact that you can see the level of your dysfunction. You can't fix it, but you can see it. So I got something I can work with over here. Mrs. Wood, now he's self-aware. Let's see how self-aware you are. Do you have any idea how to love him past his hurt?
Yes.
What is it you do in an attempt to love him past his hurt? Say something good, Mrs. Wood.
I try to tell him that I love him. I try to tell him I would never hurt him, I would never cheat on him. And I try to hug him, and I try to kiss him, and I guess I just don't do it enough. That's something I need to work on.
You know, men need to feel marvelous, whether they're marvelous or not. They need a lot of applause. And this is not negative. This is not man bashing. Women need a lot of I love yous because that's the way we're built. They need a whole lot of applause. They need to, wow, baby, that was good. Man, you know what I mean? Even, you know, oh, wow, look at how you took that trash out. Anything. You need to feed his ego a bit. They need to feel puffed up and respected. And it's not, there's nothing wrong with it, because we need a whole lot. You got to tell me you love me 12 times a week at least. I know you do. You've been with me 30 years, my husband, but you still got to say it. And it's just because that's the way I'm built. Do you puff him up? Do you tell him he's wonderful with anything?
I try to tell him, like, if he cooks something, I'd be like, oh, that was really good. You did a really good job cooking.
Anything else?
If he does something like that he normally doesn't do, I try to say, oh, that was really nice of you to do that. Like, he'll just cook something for me and take it to me, or clean something up, and I'll be like, oh, thank you for doing that.
Do you feel respected and appreciated?
Sometimes I do, yes.
Uh-huh.
Sometimes I do.
What would you like that you're not getting?
More attention, more affection. I mean, I want to feel like I'm wanted, Your Honor. I want to feel like I'm needed. I tell her all the time that she's needed and she's loved, and I want her. And I don't feel that back. I don't feel like she wants me or needs me.
That you have value in her life.
Yes.
Did you hear? You seem so grossly unaffected. You just don't seem, I mean, your man's over here in tears. And I think one of the ways in which he is seeking attention has to do with your sex life. So we will turn to that now and see where that's off.
Okay.
So I offered to bring someone else into the bedroom or other couples into the bedroom. And I felt that
Male, female, male, or it doesn't matter?
it don't matter.
What did you say when he first told you about that? Mr. Wood, you say the intimacy in your marriage is not there like you would like it to be. Why don't you tell me what is or is not going on at your house?
Okay. For the first couple of years, we did really good together, 7 years, and then all of a sudden I accumulated erectile dysfunction. So instead of worrying about her cheating on me and stuff, because I know a woman needs to be satisfied, especially as beautiful as she is, and so I offered to bring someone else into the bedroom or other couples into the bedroom. And I felt that
Male, female, male, or it doesn't matter?
it don't matter.
Do you put up with it or do you enjoy it?
I enjoy it, but I want her to enjoy it too.
You enjoy watching her
Yes.
with other guys?
Yes, Your Honor.
Ms. Wood, what did you say when he first told you about that?
I told him I was not happy about that. I told him I didn't really want to do anything like that, because I felt like it's cheating, even though he says it's not, but I feel like it is cheating.
Did you do it anyway?
Yeah.
Often?
Yeah.
How often is often?
2-3 times a month.
Mr. Wood, has that resolved your sexual frustration or enabled you to perform in a manner that you couldn't otherwise?
A little bit better, yes, Your Honor.
Yeah.
When she enjoys it, yes.
Do you enjoy it?
I mean, sometimes, yeah.
Wow. I feel, we about the same age, and I just feel like wow. I mean, you know, and I ain't mad. You know what I mean? Everybody got to do what makes all three of y'all happy. Who am I to criticize? Mrs. Wood, I want to talk about other things that might be involved, because you believe that Mr. Wood is an alcoholic.
Yes.
And you say you're not.
No, I'm not, Your Honor.
Yeah, but how much do you drink on the daily? Because you said it in here.
I usually drink about a half a gallon of whiskey.
We're going to talk about how much you drink, why you drink, and what that drinking might be doing to you and what it's definitely doing to her.
He really didn't say a whole lot. He just went up to get all my clothes and threw them out on this curb and said, get out.
He threw all your clothes out on the curb?
Yes.
Mr. Wood, did you do that? So, Mr. Wood, you told me you drink a half a gallon of alcohol
every night. Yes,
every
Your
night?
Honor. Yes.
Every night. But you don't think you're an alcoholic?
No, Your Honor.
So if I went over your house, took all your booze from you, and say, stay here for 2 days, would you be all right?
No, Your Honor.
That kind of defines what alcoholism is. It's not necessarily how much you drink, it's the fact that you can't do without it.
Yes.
You see what I'm saying?
Yes.
Now, I'm gonna get deeper still. My mother told me to be a doctor. I said, I want to do this instead. So I'm not a doctor. But do you think that maybe the half gallon of booze that you drink precludes you from performing sexually as you would like?
No, Your Honor.
Did you ask your doctor?
Yes.
And he said the half gallon of booze is fine?
No, he said it was not, Your Honor.
Yeah. And you know one is related to the other.
Yes.
I've been here a while, I know.
Yes. I have tried
Would you
to.
stop the booze in order to get more love?
I did stop for a while. I came down with pneumonia.
Uh-huh.
And
Well, then you were too sick. I mean...
no.
Why don't you tell me how alcohol has affected you and your relationship?
Various stories, but one, New Year's Eve one time, we were all sitting around and he got really drunk, and for some reason he just stood up and said, I want a divorce. I was like, okay, why do you want a divorce? What did I do? We were just having a good time and nothing was wrong. And then he really didn't say a whole lot. He just went up to get all my clothes and threw them out on this curb and said, get out.
He threw all your clothes out on the curb?
Yes.
Mr. Wood, did you do that?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you recall that incident, or are you one of these people who drink and then don't remember what happened the next day?
There's a couple times. There are times that I do black out, Your Honor.
Mm-hmm. You don't see that as a problem either?
I do see that as a problem, yes,
You
Your
do
Honor.
see that
And
as a problem?
I have tried to slow down on that, yes, Your Honor.
So you want to continue drinking, you just don't want to black out anymore?
Yes.
All right. Hey,
'Cause
that's progress.
I do get stupid when I black out, so.
Yeah, and everybody, I mean, when you drink too much and you don't record what you're doing, anybody gets stupid. It's what happens. I want to talk about your pressures with respect to money, because you say Mrs. Wood has a hard time keeping a job, and that you find the fact that she doesn't contribute economically stressful to your union. Tell me about that.
Your Honor, she does try to contribute, but she always, there always just seems to be an issue for her. She's not happy where she's at, or somebody's being racist, or there's always
Something.
Always something, yeah. She's been through like 4 or 5 jobs just this year alone. And then
Mrs. Wood, what's the issue with employment?
There's just, well, I really wanted to get a job where I'm helping more. So I get jobs thinking I'm gonna get paid a lot more than I thought I was. And I feel like when we sit down and do budget, it's never enough. So I seek other jobs to get more money. Sometimes it's unhealthy at places that I've been, but mainly it's to get more money.
So when you quit a job, you already have another job?
Yes.
Is that true?
not all the times, no.
Do you understand that he's feeling pressured because he needs economic support from you?
Yes.
Because sometimes, even if you have a job that you're not making enough, making not enough is a whole lot better than making none at all.
Yeah.
So you don't quit, you stay until you get a better paying job. And also, you have to take a look at your resume, too. If you quit jobs every 2 months, the employers that really are gonna pay well aren't gonna look at you favorably because she's a job jumper.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. I
Yeah.
hope so.
Huh?
Yeah.
You guys are in the washing machine of an emotionally unexamined marriage, and I want to open the door and get the clothes out, okay? Now, both of you are contributing to your own problems. You have a history of being cheated on. That informs how you look at things, and you see cheating everywhere. And in return, to relax yourself, to calm yourself. And I think you need to get to the underlying issue of your concern and your lack of self-esteem, because you're worried that she's cheating. You say she doesn't value you or appreciate you, and you're drinking, and you can't have sex unless you're watching her with another dude. A lot of that, to me, speaks of a lack of self-respect and centeredness. And I think that's something that you need to deal with. Mrs. Wood, you need to help him with that. Like I said, men need to feel wonderful. Be effusive with him. The guy is fighting battles. You have to be fighting that battle with him and not just mad about the things that he's not doing well. You need to help him fight that liquor. You need to help him fight that jealousy. You need to help him fight that sexual dysfunction. And it can't be, well, he's not giving me everything. I mean, you got to be in there swinging for him. You with me on that one? Because if nothing else is clear to me in this union is this man loves himself some you. He really, really does. He's got issues. Ain't no fun being with a drunk. If you lit all the time, you can be getting love that you don't perceive because you too liquored up to see it. Everybody's got to lean into the other one's problems like it's their own, as opposed to looking to what the other person's problem is doing to them. Are you with me on that? Yeah. He loves you to death. To the extent he doesn't show it to you, it's because he can't. If you love him to death and effusively and loudly, he will be able to give you more what you need. Everybody always asks, I'm not doing this because he's not doing that. I'm not doing this because she's not doing that. If you start not worrying about what they're not doing for you in a good union, because this is a good union, you'll always worry about what he's needing, and you always worry about what she's needing, and then all of a sudden you start fulfilling needs instead of falling to each one another's sins. You with me on that one? Mm-hmm. Good luck. I'm gonna get somebody to get you started. But good luck to two of you, because you're a good couple. I'm gonna get you started, rock and roll, and then can I keep up with you?
Yeah.
I want to know what's happening. And I want to know about the dudes. I want to know about the alcohol. I want to know about it all. You drink less, you love more. This matter is adjourned.
The judge thinks that I have a serious alcohol problem. I will try to slow it down and work on that issue, yes.
Yeah, he still believes I'm cheating, and one thing I can do is just show him more affection and show him more attention and reassure him that I'm not cheating.